This is Dolynny TV, guys. A big welcome back to something a little bit different. We're sticking with the Blue Jays theme that has been so successful on Dolynny TV so far this year. Please ignore the cat meowing in the background. But guys, first thing I want you to do, just put this in the back of your mind and then throughout the video, make up your mind then. If you're going to enjoy this kind of stuff, make sure to subscribe and also leave that like. We're trying to hit about 15 likes on this video for something new. So without further ado, what are we doing today? I don't even know what I'm going to title this. I just have to get through it and then we'll figure that out. But basically, I'm giving you 3 picks for Blue Jays who will be upgraded in the first roster update, and then 3 Blue Jays who are going to get downgraded in the first roster update. So that's a pretty fun time, and I think we're going to just kind of go down the list and I'll show you who I'm already thinking because I see some stuff and I've got the stats to back this up as well. So let's get on with that, shall we? Roberto Osuna, well, speculation is huge on Osuna. This is why. When I sold my Osuna, when I pulled him about a week ago, he was going for $5,500, now up to $6,400 after last night's 100th career save performance. So Osuna up to $6,400. If the market's going to predict anything, I'd say a couple people are starting to think, but that's also within the range of volatility for an 84 overall gold card, right? But here's the stats behind Osuna. He's been in 6 games. He's had 5 save opportunities, been perfect with 5 saves. He's had 6.1 innings pitched, only 2 hits allowed, and 3 strikeouts. So his whip is a .32. His average against is a .1, so 100. Like, the guy is just unreal to start the season. Now, the problem with this video, the reason this video is not going to be 100%, I don't think, is because I'm doing it mid-April. The roster update doesn't come out till late April, so we have to project through. But on a guy like Roberto Osuna, when you're projecting a 0.00 ERA, a 5-for-5 save opportunity kind of thing, and only 2 hits in 6.1 innings pitched, you're projecting that'll stay the exact same, right? There's no volatility there because he's been perfect so far. Why wouldn't he keep up? Of course, that's not always the case in Major League Baseball. Most often actually isn't the case, but I'd say Roberto Osuna is definitely one of your safest bets for an upgrade, even if it is only to an 85 overall diamond. An upgrade for Roberto Osuna is almost seeming imminent the way he's starting this year. Now, we only have to move down 1 strike on this list here in Diamond Dynasty on the Blue Jays roster in the online mode. Come to our next man I want to talk about, our next riser, hopefully. Justin Smoak, who's going for 698 coins, 580 sell now, 78 overall. Now this thing is, his stats look pretty good. Stats look pretty good already, but where they can improve for sure is the vision, because it's only a 55, right? And then contact versus right and contact versus left have a little bit of room to move, especially when you hear this stat that Smokey is batting .333 through 45 at-bats in 12 games. He's had 15 hits, 5 doubles, 2 homers, 10 RBI, 7 walks, okay? So in 45 at-bats, add on another 7, so make it up to 52-ish, depending if he's gotten hit by a pitch, plate appearances. And you've got 7 walks on top of already a .333 batting average, which gives him an on-base percentage of .426 and a slugging of .578. So those doubles really coming in clutch for Smokey and giving him a 1.004 OPS. Okay, so pretty good, pretty good. Anytime you're batting above 1,000 OPS, you were doing it all right. Really though, that's the problem. Smokey, even if he continues these numbers, puts up a couple more homers, puts up a couple more doubles, strikes out a little bit less. That's the question. He's got to strike out less because he's got 15 strikeouts on the year, leading the team at this point. But even if he can tone down those numbers a little bit, keep the vision where it is, and get the contact up a little bit more, he could be looking at an 80 overall card, easily an upgradable gold by late April. Reason why I say it's a good projection to say he could continue and do better is because he's going to heat up. Like this team, once the top of the lineup keeps going and things get going a little bit better for everyone else, Smoky comes along with everyone else as well. You see, there's a couple good averages on this team. Curtis Granderson batting .379. Then you got Smoak and Maley. Maley's literally batting .333 in 3 games, so scrap that one. You got Kevin Pillar batting .295. Yangervis Solarte batting .294. And then it goes immediately down to Pierce, who's batting .240. So you've got 2, 3, 4 regulars batting above .250. Imagine, the rest of the lineup gets going. Smoky is going to have a lot more men on base. There's going to be that feeling in the clubhouse, if there isn't already, where we can do anything as the Blue Jays, right? But I'd imagine it's only a matter of time before this team just absolutely starts smashing them. And if anything's an indication of that, the most homers on the team, Donaldson has 3 and Pierce has 3. That's, who else has 3? Oh, pardon me. You've got Donaldson, Pierce. Yeah, those are the home run leaders on the team right now. So keep that in mind, right? And the last riser I want to talk about, well, let me find him. Oh, wait, we already talked about him, didn't we? Easy down here, Curtis Granderson. Now, we're not talking a big upgrade for Curtis Granderson. Maybe up to a 75 overall. That's all we're talking about. And realistically, that would just come in the form of a little bit of a boost against contact versus right, and a little bit of a boost versus power versus right, because as you saw last night, that huge solo shot off of Darren O'Day, and then really it's just a matter of his vision's going to improve a little bit if his average is staying up higher. He's not striking out a lot in 29 at-bats, only 7 strikeouts, so a little bit better of a clip than Smoky. Actually, overall-wise, probably about 13 at-bats better than Smoky at this point. And he's had a triple, he's had a double, his OPS, his on-base percentage is .471, his slugging .621, so his OPS is almost 1.1. Right there, Curtis Granderson, 75, 76. Like, I'm not talking huge Shohei Ohtani upgrades for these kind of guys. I'm talking 75, 76, couple of points up, and realistically, it depends on where they label him, right? So that's what I'm thinking. Curtis Granderson easily could be back in the silver department sometime late April. Russell Martin, he is a man we need to talk about right now. Okay, so transition. Talking from somebody who could be in the silver department, who could be out of the silver department, we're talking Russell Martin. So Russell Martin, this is the downgrades portion of what I wanted to talk about. We'll go through these a little bit quicker than we did with the upgrades because there's a lot less to talk positive about, unless you want to talk turnarounds, I guess. Martin in 9 games, 29 at-bats. He's struck out 10 times. It's almost a third of his at-bats he has struck out, kind of like Smoky there. He's had, well, 2 homers, 6 RBIs, and 3 walks. But the batting average is just tremendously terrible. It's a .172. Now, Russell Martin, I'm not going to harp on him too much because you want to go with it. He is a notorious slow starter, and then by the end of the year, he somehow has 20 homers and 50 RBIs every year. That's the given with Russell Martin. So if we're going to see a downgrade, probably 76, 75, depending if this trend normalizes and he kind of starts batting around 230, or if it gets worse, we could see him down in the bronze category on the first roster update. Just depends on what happens in the rest of this month. Russell Martin, I have no clue how to predict this one. I just feel he's going to go down based on the start of the year. Now, I could talk about Devon Travis, the man right below him, as a downgrade candidate. Although at a 76 overall, I feel he's probably going to stay right there. His vision's going to go down, but someone else is going to upgrade somewhere around because his fielding's been pretty good so far this year. So it comes down to the man right below him, everybody, right? Ducks in a row, Ronald Grichuk. Now Grichuk, 38 vision, 61 contact versus right, 55 contact versus left. But the problem with Grichuk, he's had 2 homers, or 1 homer, 2 RBIs, pardon me, it's hard to see as I look at the screen here. 35 at-bats this year and 13 strikeouts, so he's striking out more than a third of his at-bats, kind of similar to what Devon Travis is doing. He's batting a 0.086, so .086, boys. Keep calculated on that. His on-base percentage is a 54 and his slugging is 200. So his OPS is worse than Devin Travis. But the reason I think Randal Grichuk will get the downgrade is because it's a lot more of a competitive outfield than it is infield for the Blue Jays. You've got your role players on the infield. You have Solarte, obviously the role player there, but in the outfield, if Granderson's getting the upgrade, I think Grichuk will get the downgrade 100% on that. So Randal Grichuk, and even at that, it's early season, I'd say maybe a -1. This Blue Jays team, in the past, when it comes to roster updates, the Blue Jays don't really move all over the place, I don't think. They really haven't ever. I mean, 3 guys might get upgrades, downgrades in the roster update, whereas to start the year, I think 4 or 5 might, and that's why I'm covering off 6, 7. But Randal Grichuk easily down to a 75, and realistically, that would be a hit to the vision and probably a hit to the contact as well. That's my thoughts there, boys. A couple of risers, couple of fallers for the Blue Jays. Who's going to get upgrades? Who's going to get downgrades? You know, up, down, all around. Here on the Blue Jays Diamond Dynasty team, I'm Tyson. This is Dolynny TV, guys. Hopefully you've made your decision on to subscribe or not at this point, and I will catch you, as always, in the next one.